Hello, welcome to your second VITA training module. My name is Christine Kuglin. Amy Cardillo and I will be your instructors for this course. In this training module, we're going to get you signed up for your Link and Learn IRS testing site. We're also going to give you your instructions of how to log into TaxWise, the software we will be using this semester. We will give you the partners' codes, their specific identification codes, and we'll also be giving you your login instructions so that you can get in. Go and visit Gretchen in the accounting department, and she will have your materials for the course ready. You will sign that you have received the materials and that you will have them over the break. These are going to be available immediately, anytime after December 1st, and they will include your publication 4012. This is a book that you'll use during tax season to research tax questions, and also the booklet 6744. This exam booklet will have all of the information you need to prepare tax returns over the break and eventually to take your advanced exam with the class in the first part of the course, which is in late January. Please do not lose these. You will be needing these for the entire semester, and I have only ordered one per student, so please do not lose these. If you think that you may be changing your mind, please do not pick these up, or please do return them, as there is only one per student. When you pick up your 4012, you will need to put this book together. It is coming loose leaf with all the tabs that you need, so spend a little bit of time and put the book together with the tabs. It used to be bound in the past. This year the IRS is not bounded, but it does have all the tabs that you'll need, so you will need to spend some time on this. You'll also want to take a look at the 6744 and start to familiarize yourself. We will be using this in the next video to put together the Matthew Clark return, so you will want to spend some time with this as well. So the first site I want to take you out to is the Link and Learn site. You will need to register here as soon as possible, and this will be where you will have all of your IRS certificates, and we will be taking the exams in the Link and Learn. So I'm going to go ahead and leap out to Link and Learn, and we can go ahead and take a look at what that looks like. So how to get to Link and Learn? It's simply, if you were to go www.linklearncertification.com, you can see it right here if you want to pause the video and write this down, www.linklearncertification.com. It's going to take you to a site of which the IRS sponsors, where you can register and take your test. So the first thing you want to do is go and set up a new IRS account, create account. And under the registration, you're going to start out with group, select a group. You're going to choose VITA Volunteer. You're going to say you are not a site coordinator, and you're going to want to go ahead and put Link Learn Taxes e-learning. The rest of the fields you're going to just populate with your own information, your first and last names. You do not need to worry about the SEID field. You're going to want to create a login, password, your MSU Denver email address, and then you will need to put in your home address. On this, the IRS will keep track of volunteer hours, and then again go ahead and fill this in. If you have a PTIN, this is the IRS number given to you if you have prepared taxes in the past. You do not need to enter it if you do not want to, but you certainly are welcome to. So once you have registered, you're going to go ahead and get back out, and then you can log in, and I'm going to go ahead and log in. C. Kuglin and my password, and I'll give you an idea what it looks like once you're in. So we're going to be testing under the Advanced tab as Advanced Preparers, and before the first class you are going to need to take the Volunteer Standards of Conduct exam and the Intake Interview Quality Review exam. These are very simple. Don't worry about it. You'll just be able to click right through it very quickly. Definitely take your time, but they are not tough exams. But you need to do this before you come to the first class, because we want to make sure that those are out of the way, and they're very simple. And you'll also want to go ahead and click, you'll want to sign your volunteer agreement. This will become active when you've taken these exams. And I will go ahead and show you what this looks like once you have your volunteer agreement completed. You'll want to print this off and bring it to the first night, because these are going to be the code of conduct agreements. And you will, when we're all done taking the tests, we're going to print a final copy, and it will show, and I will keep on site, that you have passed all of your exams and you are ready to be a volunteer at a VITA site. I will be assigning it, or Amy will be signing it, and we will keep those with us. So if we have an IRS official come in and they do a spot check and a site audit, that it will show that all of us have been certified through the IRS exam process. So we will be taking the advanced exam together, and it will be up to you if you want to take the health savings account exam. If you choose to take the health savings account exam, that will be on your own time, and if you take it, it will be can be used in place of taking the final, doing the final resume as a final project, or the final presentation. You can choose to take the health savings account exam in place of a final project. So that is how we get into the Link and Learn. Again, you will be taking these two before your first night of class, and then you will also be printing off the volunteer agreement and bringing it to the first night of class. That will also indicate to me that you have watched these videos and you are ready to go for the first night of class. So after you've done that, and you start to look at the 6744 Advanced booklet, you can begin on just page 63 for the scenarios and look those over. On page 67, we're going to start using those materials in the next video to prepare our first tax return, Matthew Clark. But you're going to need to get into TaxWise now. So what I want to tell you is that you should use Internet Explorer to access these sites. I have found the other software, or the other browsers, don't work as well. And you're going to be using the 2014 version for your practice. And here is what you're going to want to use to log into 2014. If you don't enter this in exactly into the Internet Explorer browser, it may pull up another version of TaxWise. And right now the 2015 versions have not been converted, and that may be a reason you won't be able to access it. So please use 2014 to access TaxWise. So here are the partner IDs. If you're at the DABC, it will be 260190. If you're at Emily Griffith, it's 2348498. Go ahead and take a moment, pause the video, and write these down. So after you log in to TaxWise, you're going to be entering that client ID that I just gave you. For DABC, it'd be 260190, Emily Griffith 2348498. That is going to go in the client ID field. For the very first time that you log into TaxWise, you are going to use the first part of your MSU Denver email account. In my case, the first time I would have put C. Kuglin, and I'd also put C. Kuglin as my password. C. Kuglin, C. Kuglin. You'll put whatever is your the first part of your MSU Denver email, both in the username and password. Once you've done that, you're going to be able to change your password. And at this point, you can put in whatever password that you want under this set of instructions, but you can use whatever password you want, but write it down. If you don't remember your password and you try to log in 3 times, it's going to shut you out. Do not forget your password, or I will have to go in, or Amy will have to go in and reset your password before you'll be able to access your TaxWise software. Write down your password. So once you have logged in, we are going to start in the next video preparing Matthew Clark's tax return, and we're going to do this together. And in your 6744 questions, and the first test questions are not going to require tax returns, But when we get to page 67 of the booklet, we will see some information concerning a gentleman named Matthew Clark. And there he is, Matthew Clark, Advanced Scenario 5. And on the first page of this scenario, we're going to see that there are some interview notes about Matthew. We had sat down, we conducted an interview, and in your first days of classes, we will be teaching you how to do this. We'll find out some information about Matthew, such as he's enrolled in college, he doesn't have a felony drug conviction, he has a 1098T from the college, additional information. We're going to have Matthew's Social Security card, and there we're going to be looking at the intake and interview quality review sheet. Every client that we interview at our sites, we are going to be completing this intake, interview, and quality review sheet in order to get information about our clients. We'll see his job, when his date of birth. We will be finding out some other information about Matthew, such as did he have any dependents. We'll be looking at that. We'll be looking at any type of other information, such as a cancellation of debt, health insurance information as it pertains to the Affordable Care Act. So we're going to go through this in the next video and try to prepare Matthew's return using the data. We'll see that Matthew also has his W-2 in this information. We'll see there is his 1099-R. He took out a distribution from his retirement account. Is that taxable? We'll see his 1095-A, his health insurance statement. What are we going to be doing with that? We'll also be looking at his 1098-T. Where do we enter that information? So we're going to have a lot of information, cancellation of debt as it pertains to Matthew, and we will be preparing his tax return. So now we're going to end this video. We're going to go and have you log into TaxWise. We're going to have you get your 6744 in front of you, starting on page 67 with Matthew's data, and we're going to walk through Matthew's return and see if we can't prepare our first tax return together.